Hey, how are you doing? It's Brian Bliss. And I'm just in the backyard chilling with the kids. Just got home from a trip out west off to San Diego. Went to a seminar and met an awful lot of really inspiring, empowering geniuses of marketing and sales. While I was out there, decided to head out, do some networking and partying one night. And that went really late. We went right to bar time, right till 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, when I was out in San Diego, instead of staying at the hotel, I opted to stay with some friends. And but the problem was they lived about 20-25 blocks away from the hotel. And you know, so I wanted to get a feel for the neighborhood and get a feel for the nightlife. And I had made the trip from their house to the hotel where the seminar was several times. I even took the bus route and even had a map, so I knew pretty much, I thought, where I was going. But this one night, after I got a little bit of liquid courage in me, about 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, the bar street, the club street, it's all loaded up with cabs, but I decided I was going to take myself a walk home. So,
I don't get the right to water plants.
We don't need to water the plants today. It just rained. Everybody's all happy. We don't need to water. Don't get any more water, please. Okay? Thank you. No. No. No more water. You'll make mud. Plants are happy. So, anyway, I'm walking home, and instead of going the pre-prescribed route of 12 blocks up and 12 blocks over, so instead of walking the path home, which I had already known and felt comfortable with, adventurous, I veered off in a new direction, which I thought would get me to the same place. Coming on 2 hours later, I realized that I had walked myself into a really dangerous, kind of scary industrial side of town, where it was big old industrial, scary looking warehouse, 2 or 3 blocks of those, and then a couple of really crappy looking houses, beaten up looking. I was in a bad neighborhood. I was in a real bad neighborhood. And here it is, almost 4 in the morning. I've lost all sense of direction. I'm not even sure I'm walking in the right direction anymore. I realized that places that I thought I was going to be able to get through are blocked off. There's a highway I can't get over. There's other dead-end streets that I can't get through. There's big industrial areas that I can't get around. I'm walking down the street, and next thing you know, I'm actually really getting pretty scared. I'm not sure what to do. I find a police station, and it's closed. But I call a non-emergency number, and I do reach somebody on the phone, and they say, yeah, we can't actually help you, but we can sort of tell you where you're at and how to get where you want to go. But I can't stay on the line because, you know, we're busy. This is the police station. I got real business to do. So I made a connection with this cop, and he gave me an idea of how to find my way back where I needed to go. Hang up, and I start walking with purpose. So now I'm a little bit less scared, and I know that at least I'm going to be able to find my way home. I walked past this house that has, all the houses out there in California have gates. Well, this gate is open. And as I pass the house, I get past the house, and it's 4 in the morning, and I'm walking, and I hear this big, mean, snarling, growling, defending his territory pit bull coming out, and he's growling, and as soon as I turn and I make eye contact with this guy, he's chasing me. And he's chasing me, and by now I'm about 3 houses away, and he's running up to me, and I realize there's no chain, there's no owner, there's nothing between me and this big, mean pit bull, and this is what really surprised me. I realized I had 2 options, well, 3. I could just stand there and cower. I could turn and run, and this dog would probably take out my Achilles tendon. Or it just came out of me, and I decided I was gonna. The alpha male came alive right at that point. The alpha dog. I decided I was not just gonna stand my ground, but I was actually gonna approach the dog. And I found myself chasing the dog, and I made 5-10 steps, and I heard myself saying, "Back up! I'm a bigger dog than you!" And this dog stopped in his tracks, and he's looking at me, and I said, "Go on!" Go on! I'm in charge here! And he backed down, and he backed up, and he went back into his house. And I didn't plan it. I had never heard of that's what you're supposed to do to a pit bull. Honestly, it could have gone the wrong way, the other way, real easy, real fast. And I don't know what I would have done at that point. But it reminded me of how, when times in business, as an entrepreneur, as the leader of the pack, as the owner of the shop, as the leader of my crew, I would venture off adventurously into new territory, and then with the burdens of all of my responsibilities, you know, sometimes when I would find myself in new territory and it wasn't going the way I wanted it to go, and it got scary. It got scarier real fast. And the only real way that I've been able to make it out of those situations is by standing from a position of inner strength and confidence, knowing, listen, even if this project doesn't work out, even if I got lost to get here and I've wasted a lot of time, I'm still going to make it through this. And more than that, the inner confidence of just knowing that I'm strong enough to figure out whatever there is to do, even though I didn't know how to solve it before I got there. A little bit of clarity and a little bit of confidence goes a long way in those situations. And operating from a point of fear, if I were to just turn and run, it's the fastest way to just get taken right out of the game. The dog will be right on my Achilles tendon, and then next, going right for the throat. And in business, if you are operating from a position of fear and operating from a position of indecision without that inner sense of confidence, that's a scary place to be, and that is almost sure doom. You will get eaten by that dog-eat-dog world. So I swear to God, true story, less than 5 days ago, I survived a major showdown with a pretty serious freaking pit bull, and it just came out of me. So I gotta say, it's nice to know that the alpha dog is back on top, and we're just gonna move straight on forward. There are still some major things between me and my goals that are kind of scary and kind of undetermined. I'm sure that I'm going to get where I need to go. Thanks a lot.